This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Team Philippines weightlifters clinched 7 silver medals in Asian Championships. Barcelona storms back to edge Madrid in classic clash. James Yap on track for another term in San Juan. Pacquiao slides out of Senate race. In Major League Baseball, the Royals jump early, hold off the Astros 7-5. In the NBA playoffs, the Knicks rally again, take a 3-1 lead over the Celtics. While Anthony Edwards' second-half explosion propels the Timberwolves to a Game 4 win, taking a 3-1 series lead. And we get to meet the Mapua Cardinals' Olsen Jamisola, who is all set to rock the NCAA volleyball court. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 13th of May. Now, here's our roundup. Team Philippines racked up 7 silver and 7 bronze medals in a strong showing at the Asian Weightlifting Championships held at Huznan Sports Park in Zhejiang, China. Cebu's two-time Olympian Elrin Ando brought home 3 silver medals in the women's 64-kilogram class, finishing with a total lift of 232 kilograms. China's Li Shuang swept the gold with a 239-kilogram total, while Korea's Mon Min-hee took bronze with 214 kilograms. Zamboanga City's Ross G. Ramos added 3 more silver medals in the women's 49-kilogram division with a solid total of 197 kilograms. Thailand's Tanyathon Sukcharoen claimed gold with 200 kilograms, and China's Xiang Lingxiang got bronze with 189 kilograms. In the men's 55-kilogram category, Cebuano lifter Fernando Aga Jr. clinched silver in clean and jerk with a 141-kilogram lift. In football, Barcelona took a huge leap toward the La Liga title after a thrilling 4-3 comeback win over Real Madrid. This back from a 2-goal deficit and now sits 7 points clear of second-placed Madrid with just 3 games to go. Rafinha led the charge with 2 goals, while Lamine Yamal and Eric Garcia added 1 each, capping a fiery first half that saw Barcelona flip a 0-2 deficit into a 4-2 lead by the break. Mbappe completed his treble in the 7th minute, but Los Blancos ran up. Barcelona's latest victory adds to a season dominance over Madrid, including a 4-0 and a 3-2 Copa del Rey final triumph. With La Liga glory slipping away, Madrid will shift focus to the Club World Cup next month after having already won the UEFA Super Cup to open the season. Manny Pacquiao, James Yap, and other Filipino sports stars who joined the 2025 midterm election race are now seeing where they stand. For Pacquiao, it's a tough break. With 97.23% of votes counted, his more than 10 million votes is only good for 18th place. He trails the top 12 Senate cut. It's a disappointing result for the boxing icon, who was projected to land in the Senate based on multiple pre-election surveys. But all eyes now turn to the ring as Pacquiao is expected to face Mario Barrios on July 19 for the WBC welterweight title. Now, on the other hand, James Yap is enjoying a winning streak both in politics and popularity. He's in prime position to return as San Juan City's 1st District Councilor. Yap is second only to Ryan Llanos D. He's likely to be joined by Don Aliado and Ervic Dejandre, while Renren Ritualo falls short this time. Over at the mayoral race, Francis Zamora is cruising to victory against Crispa great Philip Cesar. Former Hoopers continue to make waves nationwide. Franz Pomaren looks set to return as Quezon City 3rd District Rep. Dennis Delta Pineda holds ground as Pampanga Vice Governor, while Vergel Meneses, Dodot Jaworski, and Gary David are also on winning tracks in their respective local posts. More ballers turned politicians are set to join the list. including Jeric Teng in Gumaca, Jervy Cruz in Nueva Ecija, and Elvis Tolentino in Marikina. In Makati, UAAP Commissioner Rebo Sagisag is just outside the top 8 in the city's first district council race, sitting at 9th. Meanwhile, former stars like Danny Ildefonso, Dondon Hontiveros, Gilbert Manabanan, Bong Alvarez, and Bonel Balingit are on track to miss out in their respective bids. And in the party list battle, One Pacman, MPBL, and PBA, all promoting sports advocacy, failed to hit the required 2% to secure seats. In Major League Baseball, Michael Massey blasted a solo homer to ignite a 4-run second inning as the red-hot Kansas City Royals edged the Houston Astros 7-5. The Royals, now 17-4 in their last 21 games, built a 7-0 lead by the third behind a relentless attack. Jonathan India led with 3 hits, while Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pascantino, and Kyle Isbell each added 2. Wacha kept Houston quiet through 6, escaping trouble with help from Massey's slick double play in the third. He allowed 2 runs over 6 1/3 innings. The Astros rallied late, scoring 3 in the 8th, but Royals closer Carlos Estevez shut it down in the 9th for his 12th save. Houston got 2 hits each from Peña, Altuve, Diaz, and Myers, but it wasn't enough to overcome KC's early blitz. In the NBA playoff, Jalen Brunson dropped 39 points, 26 in the second half, to lift the New York Knicks past the Boston Celtics 121-113, taking a 3-1 series lead. Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges added 23 each, while OG Anunoby scored 20 and hit a clutch go-ahead 3 with under 6 minutes left. The Knicks erased a 14-point deficit and closed with a 14-2 run, sealed by a Brunson trade to go up 116-104. New York shot 54% from the field, while Boston drained 18 threes but couldn't hold the lead. The Knicks outscored the Celtics 39-23 in a huge third-quarter turnaround. Jason Tatum had 42 for Boston but left late with a right ankle injury. Derek White scored 23. Jaylen Brown had 20. The Knicks can finish the series in Game 5 on Wednesday in Boston. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards carried the Minnesota Timberwolves to a 117-110 win over the Golden State Warriors in Game 4, leading the charge with 30 points, including 16 in a dominant third quarter. The Timberwolves opened the second half with a 22-8 run and later drove a 17-0 stretch, holding Golden State to just 17 points in the third to turn a tight game into a 20-point lead. Minnesota is now 1 win away from their first ever back-to-back conference final appearance, while the Warriors have dropped 3 straight games for the first time in 2025 and are without star Stephen Curry due to a hamstring injury. The Warriors will need to win Game 5 in Minnesota to stay alive, or Curry's season will be over. And here are the current playoff rankings. Now here's your daily dose of sports lingo. Do you know what a touchback is in football? A touchback happens when the ball is kicked into the end zone and the receiving team chooses not to return it, or when the ball goes out of bounds in the end zone, or a fumble or interception ends there without advancement. It's a way to start fresh, giving the receiving team the ball at their own 20 or 25-yard line, depending on the level of play. Touchbacks are often seen on kickoffs and punts, and they help prevent dangerous returns while setting up the offense for the next drive. Now you know, a touchback isn't just a dead ball. It's a tactical reset on the field. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. In an interview with boxing and mixed martial arts analyst J.M. Siasat, veteran boxing analyst attorney Ed Tolentino did not hold back in expressing his frustration over the controversial outcome of the title fight between Emmanuel Navarrete and Charlie Suarez in San Diego, California. In what was Suarez's first shot at a world title at age 36, the fight ended in a frustrating turn of events after the referee stopped the fight. Should not have gone to the scorecards. The judges scored it for Navarrete with tallies of 78-75, 77-76, and 77-76 after 7 rounds. The ball tournament. And out to shake up the court is Bohol talent, opposite spiker Olsen Jamisola. We are here right now with Saint Marlo Jamisola. Interestingly, you've known Gia Makilang of the Letran Lady Knights since kasi galing din siya sa ball. Was it always volleyball for you? Paano ba nagsimula yung volleyball story mo?
Well, actually, fun story lang siya. Kasi nung elementary ako, I was in grade 1.
Okay.
My elder brother is grade 5.
Okay.
Sabi na, bili ng mama ko, sabay kaming uuwi.
Okay.
And yung kuya ko dati, nagba-volleyball din. So, while waiting sa bleachers, yung kuya ko nagte-training.
Okay.
Eh, ako bagot. Ang ending, nagipag-ball handling ako dun sa gilid. Doon nag-start. Tapos nung dumating na ako ng grade 4, grade 5, doon ako na sumalang ng mga provincial meet, regionals, gano'n.
Okay. So, before that, provincial meet, doon ka ba na-discover? When did it first become real to you na, okay, maybe volleyball could be a career path for me?
Nung grade 5 ako, nag-regionals ako, doon ko na-feel na parang ito yung sport na magdadala sa akin sa college at magtatawid sa education ko.
Okay.
Kaya tinuloy-tuloy ko na doon.
Meron ba nag-inspire sa'yo na player na napapanood mo sa TV or nakikita mo sa social media?
Ano po, yung pinaka-idol ko po na nasa Petrogas ngayon, si Ate Aiza Maizo Pontillas.
Okay. So,
And lefty din siya.
okay, bago ko tanungin yung kung paano ka recruit at napunta ka dito sa Manila, yung connection nyo ni Gia Makilang, who's also from Bohol. Did you know her back then when you were still in Bohol?
Yes, I was in high school, she was on elementary.
Okay.
Our same team kami nung provincial meet, Congressional District 3. Tapos nagka-teammate kami ng regionals. Doon kami mas naging close kasi mas tabi lang yung quarters namin. And ako naman very social ako sa mga teammates ko and mga fellow players po.
Okay. So now, paano ka na-recruit and you made that leap of faith na from Bohol napunta ka dito sa Maynila?
Ano po, pandemic po siya actually.
Okay.
Then yung coach ko sa Bohol, nag-a-attend ng mga seminars, yung
Yes.
coaching seminars. And then, nagkausap sila ng coach ng Mapua before, si Coach Dolo. And then sabi ni Coach, if may players ba siyang pwedeng i-recommend sa Mapua. Then, sabi niya, ako yung pina-represent niya. Then, doon nag-start. And actually nga po, nung pandemic, wala pa po akong in-enroll na any university for college. Like, wala pa po akong, parang mindset na mag-college. Kasi nga, pandemic, parang wala pa akong hope na Then, dumating na panahon na nirecommend ako ng coach ko sa high school, kay Coach Dolo.
Okay. So it was always kay Coach Dolo dito sa Mapua, wala nang ibang option.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So naalala ko si Gia when I was learning about her story. Unang punta daw niya dito sa Manila, medyo na homesick siya kasi walang mga Bisaya, puro Tagalog. So until some point na may mga nagbibisaya din pala. Doon na siya naging komportable dito sa Manila. For you, was there an adjustment? Kamusta naman?
Yes, meron din naman pong adjustment kasi yung special culture, yun nga, Bisaya kami, Tagalog dito. Pero nung pumasok kasi ako, may kabatch din akong Bisaya din.
Okay.
Which partner ko sa beach volleyball, kaya medyo na din po ako, comfortable.
So, yung pala yung sekreto, dapat may kasama ka rin na kababayan. Okay. So, season 98 and season 99, di kayo pinalad na makapasok sa Final Four. But obviously, marami kayong magka-batch ng up to now, magkasama pa rin kayo. Did you know that one day, Mapua would be a contender sa NCAA?
Yes. Because kami parang palaban talaga kami always eh. Kahit sabihin nating height is might, pwede naman naming idaan sa ibang way para makapag-compete kami against the mga matatangkad player.
You're the third scorer behind Barbie and RJ. Is there that pressure on your end na, siyempre, kailangan masabayan mo sila or masupport sila in terms of your role on the team?
Yes po. Kasi yun nga, grabe yung ano nila eh, parang gulang nila sa laro. Eh ako parang medyo behind ako when it comes to that. Kaya kailangan kong mag-step up at saka i-thrive yung self ko na makapag pantay sa kanila at makakontribute. Pero at the same time, hindi ko siya ginagawang intimidation sa akin.
Ngayon, kayo yung number 1 team at sinasabi nila na this might be the year of Mapua. How do you feel that finally, after ng 2 taon ng paghihirap, sakripisyo, now Mapua is getting the recognition in men's volleyball?
Actually, it's very overwhelming po. Given the fact na yung basketball team namin nag-champion, parang kami din, parang naganahan na magporsigi pa at makapagbigay din ng championship title this year, hopefully.
To you, what's different about this team? Anong meron kayo na masasabi mo na kaya nyo mag-champion?
Feeling ko yung bond namin talaga. Kasi kahit anong mangyari, andun kami, intact kami. So kahit yung isa na down, kaming lahat nagsasalita, uy, hindi pwedeng ganun. Kailangan, ano ka pa rin, palaban ka pa. Kahit nag-error ka, hindi mo pwedeng hayaan yung error na mag-condemn sa'yo na hindi ka mag-perform. Ganun po. Yun talaga yung pinanghuhugutan niya. Yung bond namin, yung friendship namin, yung pagiging buo namin as a team.
Olsen, for you, what do you think it's going to mean for your life and for the community of Mapua? Let's say if magawa nyo yung nagawa ng basketball team na ma-end yung long drought kasi 23 years na nung huling nag-champion ng men's volleyball dito sa NCAA.
Kasi this year we're celebrating last January the centennial year of our school. So if mabibigyan din namin ng title yung volleyball ngayon, parang it's also a big celebration, kumbaga.
Okay. Lastly, you've come a long way from Bohol. Nandito ka sa Manila ngayon. You're making a name for yourself. What's your message to anybody who might be watching this, who comes from the province at syempre may mga pangarap din na makapaglaro at a high level? Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanila?
First off, ano po talaga, have faith, tsaka it's not about height or skill. Basta kung masipag ka sa training at palagi kang may ini-aim na goal, makakamit at makakamit mo siya as long as you'll never stop doing it or you'll never stop training it or basta ihon mo lang ng ihon yung sarili. But syempre, yung kapit mo kay Lord, palagi pong mag-pray, tsaka yung family mo na paghuhugutan mo para hindi ka stop sa ginagawa mo.
Ayan. Olsen, thank you so much for your time and good luck dito sa season 100.
Yes, thank you.
Up next, the West stays wild. Thunder, Nuggets, a clash of styles and superstars. With the series hanging in the balance and the pressure rising in OKC, we'll break it all down so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. All right, NBA fans, let's get into it. You want drama? You want a collision of generations? Game 5 tomorrow gives us everything we love about playoff basketball. Here we go. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the youngest team left standing, going toe-to-toe with a battle-tested, title-holding Denver Nuggets. Series tied 2-2, and the tension thick enough to slice with a butter knife. This has turned into a chess match, and right now, it feels like OKC might have more queens on the board. Game 4, that was a throwback, not to the 2010s, not to the early 2000s. I'm talking 1999 Knicks Heat bloodbath vibes. The final score was 92-87, and it felt like every point needed a team meeting to make happen. And for all the talk of youth versus experience, it was the Thunder who were the grown-ups in the room. Cason Wallace walks into the fourth quarter and hits 2 massive threes like it's the SEC tournament. Aaron Wiggins joins the party. OKC goes on an 11-0 run. Crowds losing it. Nuggets are blinking. Suddenly, the team with rings looks like they forgot how to close. SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, a.k.a. the smooth operator, puts up 25, 9 of those in the fourth, and not one of them felt forced. He's not just scoring, he's dictating, pacing the game, closing like it's Wall Street at 3:59 p.m. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic, he looked human. He had 27 and 13, but only 3 assists. That's his lowest this postseason. He's got more turnovers than dimes in this series. What is happening? You think Denver's not feeling that? You think Jokic isn't frustrated? He's out there trying to play chess while the Thunder are flipping the board over. And it's not just one game. Over the last 10, the Thunder, they're outpacing Denver in just about everything. Points, steals, energy, vibe check. This is a team averaging 120 a night while holding opponents to just 104. They defend like maniacs and then they beat you down the floor before you can even tie your shoes. Denver, they're averaging 106.9. They've lost 5 of their last 10. And Jamal Murray, while solid, hasn't had that nuclear game yet. Now, if that's coming, it better be tomorrow. It better be tomorrow, Jamal. Because here's the deal. Game 5 is in Oklahoma City. And that crowd smells something. They remember what it felt like when Russ and KD used to give them hope. But this version, it feels more real. Less flash, more substance. So now, it's a showdown. The Nuggets, with the muscle memory of champions, trying to hold off a storm. And the Thunder, they're not waiting for the future. They're grabbing it now. Possession by possession, 3 by 3, steal by steal. If Denver wants to defend its crown, it starts tomorrow. Now, if OKC wants to crash the party and run the table, it starts tomorrow. So get ready. Stay ahead of the game as the battle for the playoffs heats up with high-stakes matchups. And here's your forecast for tomorrow's games. And that wraps up tonight's preview so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a 4-time Grand Slam champion and former world number 1 who broke barriers as the first Asian player to top the WTA singles rankings, Naomi Osaka once said, "You just gotta keep going and fighting for everything, and one day, you'll get to where you want." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business, business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.